Hey guys, welcome back. Another little update slash install video on the Comanche. We got some parts and we're gonna be installing them. I'm not sure if you get an idea of what the parts are by looking at this downpipe here, but here it is. We got a new exhaust manifold and downpipe. We're gonna be installing these things, and I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks to get this installed. First and foremost, I already got all the bolts loosened out from the stock exhaust manifold. There's a bolt here, a bolt here, there's a bolt here in the middle, there's one in through there, and then there's two more in the back. The way I got that one in the middle was by going under the intake manifold through here and sliding the socket up through there to meet the bolt. I don't know if you can see the socket through there, but under the intake manifold up to there to meet the bolt. It does have to be a short socket, it can't be a long socket. All the bolts are 14mm or 9/16, so you may do with that. The first two bolts, the top one in the middle and the two in the back, I was able to get out with a wrench. They weren't really that difficult. The only one that I did need the ratchet for was to get that one under the intake manifold. But other than that, I'm gonna use these needle nose to fish out the bolt from down there. Aw, come on. There we go. That's the last bolt. I already have the O2 sensor disconnected. I have the EGR little pipe unthreaded, and we should be able to just take this thing out. I may have to cut this pipe. Yeah. Alright, I did get this pipe out from the bottom of the intake manifold. I did have to get an angle grinder in here and just cut away at it, and hopefully now should give us enough room to play with to pull this out. Just a quick little heads up, don't make the same mistake I did. There's still one more bolt that I did not see. I just saw it now. That's why the exhaust manifold hasn't been able to come out. It is, if you can follow the extension right here under the intake manifold again, there is one more bolt right in there. So if you follow the extension under the intake manifold, and there's one more bolt right in there. Alright, now that we got that sneaky last bolt taken out from back there, the manifold should come out. You just gotta play with angles now on how to get it out. It's coming. It's coming. It's going. Alright, so sorry about the wind noise, but I was able to get the exhaust manifold out. I had to undo this bolt and that bolt in there of either if you have your power steering pump, or me, I just have the belt tensioner here. So you got to undo those two bolts. You could then kind of tilt up the intake manifold, I did undo the fuel lines, and then this should open up right here, so then you're able to just pull out the exhaust manifold out here through the top. Now I'm gonna do the opposite, put the new one in, get the new gasket in, and show you guys how to do that too. Just wanted to give you guys a little comparison shot. This is the new exhaust manifold, that is the old one. Since I am doing an EGR delete, I do have to plug this hole here. This is what I'm using. Not sure if you can see it there, it says M22 by 1.5. Now this just goes right there and just screws into here to block off this port. And then I do got to get the block off plate to block off this top part right here. But yeah, that just screws in right there. There you go. Now I was fitting the new exhaust gasket. It fits perfectly. Now let's get the new exhaust manifold in here. Alright, so the new exhaust manifold is on. One problem I am noticing, because these are so much longer than the originals, the O2 sensor is not gonna reach the plug here. Like, this is the connector for the O2 sensor, and the wires are just not long enough to reach all the way up here. I'm gonna get the intake manifold back on and start tightening everything back up. Got everything installed, tightened everything down, and it looks amazing. I didn't really have to do any modifications to the intake manifold, to anything. This is a 2.5 liter in a Jeep Comanche. This exhaust manifold or header is from a 2.5 liter Jeep YJ, a Wrangler YJ. I mean, if it good. The only issue I really had with it was that I had to pick the back up to get it all to line up, and I had to loosen up the actual either your power steering bracket or my belt tensioner. I had to actually loosen up this bracket to slide it forward a little bit to be able to get this bolt here to line up properly. Other than that, once that bolt was lined up, everything else went in smoothly. But now we got to get the down pipe connected and see if it'll reach the cat back.